What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from Server 1 representing ISC. Guys, just want to say a big shout out to my boy AJ for days, the best free-to-play player. I clear my throat when I say that. I have to every single time because it's so damn fake. But my boy came through pretty huge, and as you guys know, AJ and I are pretty close friends here. We do a lot of things together, and in terms of like the game and you know the collaboration that we've done. But he's actually gone ahead and hit level 100 and solved the big mystery that I've been talking about for quite some time, and we're going to discuss what that mystery is, and that mystery is absorption. Now, when you guys hear me talk about leaks and new characters coming out, you guys always hear me say, I want an A character, I want an A character, I want an A character. And you guys are always like, Payne, why always an A character? What's the big deal about A characters? Okay, so I've done this already, but I'm going to go through it with you guys again. If you guys know the type ability training, the A characters get the critical boost, the critical damage boost. The critical boost you get up to 11%. The critical damage boost you get at 33%. That's right, you heard me, 33%. And then we had something called absorption, which is unlocked at level 100. I'm level 99, AJ just hit 100, and it starts off at 2%. Now, the question was always, what the hell does this do, right? So there's a shield and a little absorption. So I thought it was like a bubble. Every time you took a hit, the bubble would slowly pop, and eventually you would absorb that damage. So that was my theory on it. So you would absorb 2% of the damage coming in, and it goes up by 1%. So AJ has confirmed now that it goes up to 11% max. And here's what it actually does. Okay, so before this is just, it's crazy to me, just the fact that Bandai has done this. All right, so A units now have something called lifesteal. All right, if you've ever played any role-playing game in this world, you guys kind of know what lifesteal is already. The damage you do as an output, you get a healing input. All right, so what that means is a percentage of the damage you throw out, you get back in health. Mind blown. Why the hell in God's green earth would Bandai create this for A units already? Like, that should have been a T unit thing, but they keep giving A units the best possible things out there. So I've got my AJ, my boy, to do a couple tests for me, okay? And he sent this to my Discord. So again, this is coming straight from us, from my Discord. Thanks to AJ again for doing this. He has let ISC know. A couple other people already know about this as it was given, but I want to give this to you guys on a wide scale first. All right, so here is what it does. I'm going to jump into a couple of videos and show you different use cases of how this is probably the most OP thing that they could have possibly done in this game. Be right back. Alright guys, here we are. Jitsu and basic attack absorb. Here is how it works. So Kakashi's going to Jitsu first with Lightning Blade. Alright, I'm going to put a little freeze frame for you. There's the damage, 223. AJ's at 8% absorption. As you see here, 8% of it got absorbed. So you're looking at about 17k, almost 18k health back to Kakashi. Okay, that's on 223k. So that's a regular Jitsu getting health back. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at Deidara. Now what the difference between Deidara is, he's just doing a basic attack. So there you go, 243 crit, 19, almost 20k health back. That is nutty. Alright, next use case, AoE attacks. Do they work? How do they work? Alright, going back to AoE. So look at Rene here doing his AoE. Now, it actually takes the total amount, guys. The total amount, and gives him 123k health back. So AoE is going to be crazier than it ever has been. That are absurd. Those are absurd numbers, and those are not even big numbers for an AoE unit. Like Six Tails does a hell of a lot more. Sublime does a hell of a lot more. I am using the word hell a lot because I am so damn shocked that Bandai would make this. All right, that is AoE. Now, does it work with tribes? Absolutely. Here's a D tribe with an A unit in the first slot. So you are Naruto. Watch his health, okay, after this damage. Now, you know tribes do a ton of damage. There you go. He got 86k back. That's 8% of the damage that was put out. All right, just the A unit though. This is an A only absorption special, right? T units, D units do not get this. So it does work in tribes, even if they are not in a tribe, as long as the A unit's in there. All right, another use case. Here's a T tribe, that's right, T tribe with 3 A units. Do they all get it? That is the big question, right? So we're gonna see here that we're doing all A units, Heavy, Kid Sasuke, and Papa Sasuke, and only Kid Sasuke got 254k. That's right, 254k health back. All right, now another test. A D tribe, but the A unit's not first, he's last though. So you are Naruto is last place. Does it work? So let's find out, guys. It does not work. So there's a caveat here, guys. The A unit has to be in the first slot. How does this affect absorption? So this is kind of a critical thing. If you do something like Abyss or non-master FG, what that essentially means, guys, is the fact that they will not absorb if they're rotated in the middle or the end, even if you place them in the first slot of your team. That's a pretty big deal. So you want to make sure when you're doing the rotation that you align your A characters to be first in slot. Now, what that also means for your characters though, is if they are in first slot, you are now no need of a healer. All you need is really tanks with A units, which is mind-blowing. So the crazy thing about it is we already don't even use healers that often. So Bandai has gone ahead now and done even a bigger disservice to A healers and made A units already way too OP with those 2 trait. Now you added lifesteal into it and you've pretty much broken A units. So if you guys are wondering, Payne, why do you always ask for A units? Well, there's your answer. So if you look at some of these stats here, okay? So let's take a look at my Heavy, for example. Look at these stats. 68% critical damage increase rate without any buffs, guys. 45% crit rate without his 55% buff. He's at 100% already. On top of that, look at this attack, 87k. So now you're only adding fuel to the fire. You're only putting in lifesteal now out of nowhere and giving these A units already an absurd amount of power and giving them what they needed more than anything, and that is survivability. Bandai, what are you thinking? I mean, like, this is probably the craziest thing you could have done. This, honest to God, should have belonged to T units. T units should have given, they should have given A units ninjutsu special up, like T units have, because that would have made more sense in my opinion. They're already too damn OP. Just give them a little bit of firepower to make their nukes hit harder, but to give lifesteal? Like, I don't even know what to say. That's like giving the fastest car in the world more NOS. Like, why would you do that? It's already fast enough. Like, you trying to kill people in this game? Like, I can't even say. That's pretty much it, guys. So the goal here is, as I've been saying in my training gem video, get your asses moving, get it all the way to the third training section as fast as you can, and get to this ASAP when you get to 100 and max this out. Those A units are going to be gangbusters. Now, on top of that, make sure though that you are saving these training gems. As you see here, I've been saving them for quite some time now. So once I get here, I want to maximize this out. I think it's going to take about 50-ish or so training gems, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but I'm banking on 50 to be the max. That's all I'm going to need, and then I'm going to move on and finish counter damage, because we already know what these two do. But anyways, A units, crazy. Thank you to my boy AJ for days for doing this. Respect, mad love, and guys, I hope you're excited for this, because when you get to 100, the game changes quite a bit. This is Payne. We'll have our second video out soon. Have a good one.